Here's one way we can all help stop Islamist terrorism. Stop running down Australia. This week, an 18-year-old Muslim man, Numan Haider, took two knives to a meeting with a couple of anti-terrorism officers and stabbed them both. Nearly killed one before he was shot dead. Haider should have loved this country. He was born in Afghanistan. We gave him and his family a safe new country when they came as refugees. Here he lived in comfort, in a nice house, in a nice suburb, got a good schooling. And although he was just 18, he drove a nice car. Meanwhile, Australian soldiers risked their lives to make Afghanistan so much safer that Haider's parents could reportedly plan to send their son back to the country they fled to find a wife. Haider should have said thank you to Australia. Instead, he joined an Islamist group raided by police 2 years ago. He posed with a jihadist flag and said ASIO and police were at war with Islam. A week ago, the Islamic State in Syria ordered Muslims to kill Australians, shoot them, hit them with a rock, stab them, run them down. Extremists tell men like Haider that Australia kills Muslims overseas and persecutes them here. It's a choice, Islam or Australia. And which side did Haider pick? Even now, fringe Muslim leaders and friends of Haider are claiming he was murdered by police or shot out of hand in a war on Muslims. Questions need to be asked.
He was innocent and he was killed unjustly, so we want justice brought to him.
Full of questions without answers.
We don't believe that one 18-year-old boy attacked two police officer and hit with the knife. That's not possible. So they're either lying or they're too weak to do their job.
That's what we face. So it's stupid, dangerous for the rest of us to say, sure, Australia, terrible place. It is stupid for a start to teach at schools, like Haider's, that Australia committed genocide, when that's false. It's stupid to teach that we're so racist we stole a generation of children just because they were Aboriginal. False again, no one can name even 10. That's all stupid, because which immigrant children like Haider would want to identify with such an awful country? But now, how much more dangerous is it for the ABC this week to get guests to say the terrorists have a point? This Muslim-hating country must change its ways or else.
The role of Western foreign policy and its role in creating such an unjust world. It is completely insane for us to ignore that these are really serious issues and that there are some people who are going to take these legitimate concerns and go down a radical path.
How dangerous is it for the ABC to suggest the terrorist raids on Muslim homes a week ago were just a stunt by a government, timed for political advantage?
I'm very cynical about the government's use of these raids to politicise the Muslim problem of terrorism.
But you have to admit that the timing is uncanny.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
How dangerous is it for the Islamic Council of Victoria to refuse to condemn Haider for nearly murdering two policemen and to hint police may be hiding the real story?
I refuse to condemn anybody who has not been gone through that legal process, let alone somebody who's not here to defend themselves. He went there at the request of the police. This wasn't something that he planned or plotted.
How dangerous is it to keep insisting the root cause isn't Islam, but Australia? Australia not doing even more for Muslims like Haider, or for siding with evil Israel?
The root of, I think, this problem is fear of alienation and fear of marginalization, feeling of marginalization because of foreign policy when it comes to Israel-Palestine conflict, because of what is happening here, and that is the root cause of extremism.
Australia gave Haider and his family so much. A home, safety, a good life, freedom. That's what Australia, such a marvellous country, offers all Muslims, all Australians. Those who say different aren't now just slandering Australia. They are telling young jihadists here, you are right. And that is so stupid, so dangerous.